Mix rhymes.
I feel woozy. This is good. This is good. This is good. Let it out. Let it out. Let it out. Let it out. There you go. Let it out. There you go. Let it out. This is good. Think about your breath. Think about your breath. There you go. Focus on your breath. There you go. It's off, okay? It's gonna start coming back to you shortly. There you go. Breathe. Let's go. You got this. You're winning right now. This is it.
Epo dere dere de, epo epo duru duru du, epo duru duru du, epo dere dere de, epo duru duru du, epo duru duru du, epo dere dere de, epo epo duru duru du, epo duru duru du, epo dere dere de, epo duru duru du, epo duru duru du, epo dere dere de, epo duru duru du, epo duru duru du, epo dere dere de, epo duru duru du. Emi awa kwemi la rije, emi awa. Shango kwemi la rije, emi awa kwemi la rije, emi awa. Shango kwemi la rije, emi awa kwemi la rije, emi awa. Oya kwemi la rije, emi awa kwemi la rije, emi awa. Oya kwemi la rije, emi awa kwemi la rije, emi awa. Shango kwemi la rije, emi awa kwemi la rije. Oya kwemi la rije, emi awa kwemi la rije. Oya kwemi la rije, emi awa kwemi la rije, emi awa. Shango kwemi la rije, emi awa kwemi la rije, emi awa. Shango kwemi la rije, emi awa kwemi la rije. Shango kwemi
having a fever and headache. Kind of makes me want to like
All right. So what's so beautiful about Kambo is it works on a physical level, and it's mainly a physical, healing medicine. But it also works on the five bodies. And when you understand the five bodies, you understand that only one of those bodies is physical, and the rest of them are emotional bodies, spiritual bodies. These bodies that you can't see, but you perceive. When people start, talk about auras and being able to see through people, that's their ability to tap into their different bodies. That's very real. You ever been around somebody and you can feel their sadness even though they're not, presently crying in front of you? That's your ability to pick up on their different bodies and their different auras, and a lot of times this is where disease, stem from. Not only does disease stem from your gut and what you putting in your mouth, but it also stems from baggage, stuff you never was able to get over, or stuff you never knew how to, embrace and grieve and deal with. Those things is still sitting in your different bodies, just chilling, reminding you of them. And a lot of times people come to me to get rid of that stuff. They just don't know why they always feel so sad. And then you got certain empaths that pick up on everybody's energy. And our people never was really told how to deal with sadness and pain and loss, death, anger. And these emotions all go through your heart. All these emotions flow through you. And if you don't know how to release them and purge them, they literally inside of you making you sick. Your body, your brain literally releases a chemical every time you feel some type of way. So it's like Kambo, it digs deep and clears those bodies, getting rid of what the natives would call panema, saging that spiritual ass. So, it's other beautiful things about Kambo, especially on the physical level, because this is the medicine that, we turn to when they say you can't get rid of that. When they said you couldn't get rid of HPV, or you couldn't get rid of herpes, or you couldn't get rid of AIDS, nigga, please. I could tell you right now, it's a lot deeper things and older issues. A lot more ways to die in the jungle. And they ain't had no internet. They ain't had no hospitals. They ain't have all the beautiful surgeries. That we are blessed to be able to have. So, but how did they deal though? It seemed like they lived a lot longer than us. But how did they deal? Where did they get it from? This tree frog. Who told the ancestors about this tree frog that's like slick, harmless? Like, it has no enemies. So I gotta tell you about the legend of Kampo, the shaman Kampo, and how he went and healed his village. It was some going around his village. They needed 6 degrees of separation. They needed 6 feet, no pressure themselves. And it was spread through the village and killing people. And all of his go-to medicines wasn't working. So what did he do? He went into meditation. It sounds crazy, right? Like, how you gonna heal your village and go into meditation? But it's like, it's literally what he did. He went into the jungle, deep into the jungle, took a high dosage of ayahuasca, and the plants started talking to him. The trees started talking to him. The animals started talking to him. And they taught him how to call on a frog. Right? The medicine and the animals and the trees, the environment, everything outside of him that was within him started talking to him and said, listen, this is how you talk, this is how you call on the spirit. So he started calling on the spirit, and this frog shows up. And the ancestors showed him how to extract this liquid out of this, out of this frog. And this, he would take this poison bag and apply this poison to the epidermis, which is, the white layer, the white meat. You know how they say, I'm gonna have to bust that ass to the white meat? They talking about a layer of the skin that, if you were to get to that layer of skin and apply this poison directly to the epidermis, it will have access to the bloodstream and get into those places that it's not necessarily really easy to get to. And what's beautiful about Kambo is, and it's kind of similar to CBD and the cannabinoids, is how the cells react and respond to it. There's certain Western medicine and pills that, like, they kind of hijack your cells and jump in them evasively. It's like kind of debo its way inside of your cells, but that ain't natural. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't help in the ways that it should. And your cells be remembering that. Yeah, but for real, like Kambo, the way the body is, responds and is receptive to it, it's like it opens its arms to it and allows it to go, and journey into it and heal it, versus, a lot of the different medicines out there. And what happens is, it's like Kambo's like a chemical cocktail that sets off this chain reaction. Peptides. It's the research. It's the keyword, peptides. And these peptides do different things to your body, and it ignites and activates certain systems within your body. And these things affect things like depressions and migraines and cancers and just a lot of the things they say you really can't get rid of. How dare they? It's fucked up for real. But just think about all of the people that die from organ diseases and that have skin and eye issues, fertility issues, that run deep in our community. All the birth control, all the sulfur, all the perms y'all didn't put on y'all head, all them viruses they say you can't get rid of, like AIDS and the HPVs and Alzheimer's stuff, stuff that they say damn near inevitable, stuff like that. It's like, Kambo is one of them things that fight those. One thing about it, you have a highly intelligent defense system in your body. And for, what makes Kambo special is how it just lowers the gates for it. And when you think about it, your body, when it wants to get rid of something, it heats up. It burns that shit away like Kali. And it's through like that fever mechanism where, those viruses and bacteria can't survive in an environment like that. And that's one thing Kambo gonna do to you. It's gonna heat you up. Kambo ain't no game. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, it's something that's, it's definitely like good for like certain cellular processes. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like gastric and pancreatic secretions, and important for like your blood circulation and stimulating the adrenal cortex and the pituitary glands. They've been isolating some of these peptides and patenting them, and they're not really gonna tell you about that. But this is definitely the stuff you want to jump into when you want to do like a full body cleanse. Like if you haven't done no like super full body cleanse in the last 10 years, your ass is lacking. You know what I'm saying? Like on some real shit. And this is one of the things that was set in front of you that you can resort to and get some things happening right now. When I did Kambo for the first time, I did it to myself. I did have a student with me to watch over me, but I self-administered it. And and I ain't gonna lie, I felt like amazing. Especially like within 10 minutes afterwards. Like I felt literally reborn. It was different though, because when I first applied it to my skin, like you can, I got into like a meditation pose, and you can just start feeling the heat rise. Like I put it on my legs, and man, you could feel that heat. You could just feel it start to rise like a damn kettle pot. And next thing you know, you could start feeling tightness in your chest, and you can feel it. I've never been poisoned before, but apparently this what it feel like. But you can feel it literally rising up your body all until it get all the way up to your throat and your mouth, your neck, and your lips get all tight. Your throat get all tight. And if you the anxiety type, if you the type that lose control and then start breathing fast and can't control your shit, then I don't know, son. This is another reason why I don't give this to people or sell it. You gotta come pull up. It's a poison shit. Fuck you, man. Like, you ain't finna get no poison from me, and I ain't gonna make sure you good. But anyways, man, once I started taking once the Kambo was able to flow through my body, everything got tight, and it was a little hard to breathe. Not like, if I was freaking out, it could probably be like that, but it's like the medicine really show you how to pay attention to your breath and how to, focus on your breath. And, you realize that's a ladder in and out of different levels of consciousness and frequencies. Like, your breath, as you slow it down, it's like gateways you fly in and out of. But anyways, as it started getting to my throat and my neck and it started getting tight, I just start slowing my breathing down. I don't need the breath like that for real. Start slowing my breathing down and start being aware of my body. What is it doing, and embracing to it, but more so exploring. As a shaman, I need to know what the fuck it's finna do to these people. I need to see what the spirit has to offer to me. It's like, you need to know. You want to be medicine man and woman, you need to make sure you doing this stuff before you doing it to other people. You feel me? So I definitely went about it in a perspective, with the perspective of teach me. I want to get to know you through me, in me, as within me, show me. And shit. I've been over, man, told the medicine lady to get out the bathroom, cause I can tell it was time to throw up, it was time to take a shit. You could feel it. And he'd be like, yo, if I throw up, I'ma shit. If I shit, I'ma throw up. So I'm like, okay, get out. Get out. Please. You too cute for me to be shitting and throwing up at the same time. So she got out. I sat on the toilet and had the bucket at the same time. Picture that. And that's how she wrote it. You feel me? Like, it was beautiful. I'm not new to purging. I'm not used to purging and releasing and going through uncomfortable situations to get where I'm trying to go. You feel me? You realize, shit, it's the name of the fucking game out here. You gotta get on some bullshit to really get somewhere out here, whether it be, something you started or something you gotta finish it. And man, it was a beautiful experience. I honestly, after I did all that, I took it off. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm done. I didn't do it for 11 minutes, but that was just my first time. You know, you always want to start small, get big. You know, you want to take your time, get intimate with the medicine, just like your woman. And that's what I did. And I rinsed that shit off and watched my body come back together, you know, on the toilet. So shit, after I did what I needed to do on the toilet and threw up what I needed to throw up, you know, it's like the throw up was yellow, it was green. It's what they call bile, you know, these peptides. You know, some of them compounds within that poison, you know, it ignites cell growth. You know, it ignites and activates new neurons, and it ignites this. I felt brand fucking new. I felt revitalized. I felt like, you know, my cells died. I mean, how does that feel? You wouldn't fucking know until you press a button and then everything goes left. You're like, oh, this is what it feels like to die. I promise you, y'all. Like, it's funny now, but it's not funny when it's happening. You can laugh about it later, but you know, I rinsed off, got in the shower, and it just made me want to go. I want to lay down. I don't want to do nothing. I had a flight to Oakland later on that day, and I knew I'd be fine then, you know, because it's, you know, I wasn't new to Kambo. You know, I knew I'd be fine then, but it's like, it's a morning medicine. It was like 9 a.m., 10 a.m. It was like 9 a.m. And, shit, by 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'm like, I'm finna get back in the bed. So I just got back in the bed, and I felt good enough to do a video. The video was, you know, I wasn't slobbing in that bitch. You know, the video was decent. You know, I was pretty much just saying how good I felt and how I'm okay and how you should try this shit because it feels great, even shit 20 minutes afterwards. And I was just real proud of myself. It was take a lot of courage to do Kambo. That shit would sound crazy shit. Applying poison to your body and you can die, man. Okay, you can die. Especially if your systems, your body not together. Like if your liver, you know, if your kidneys, if your heart, like this ain't the one to do. This is like it requires hella physical endurance. You feel me? And it's another thing to say too. Like if you know your body been telling you something wrong, don't wait till you about to die to come holler at me. Like you feel me? I can't stand that shit. Like you let your whole liver fall out your body. Like you don't want to have that intact before I give you something that can help you. God damn. People be ignoring their body, G. Like they don't be listening. They don't be listening, you know. But that's the beautiful part about the sacred medicine. You know, give you a go-to when you've been ignoring yourself. You know, when you didn't know. You know how people, you know, die and perish from a lack of knowledge. And honestly, shit, you kind of already know. You just been ignoring your shit and been focusing on all type of shit that don't got nothing to do with you. But that's another story for another day. I'm gonna keep this smooth and cool and hopefully short, and I'm gonna fuck with y'all soon.